Okay, so good evening all. Today we have to start algorithm. Okay, so first of all, what is algorithm? I'm not going for any kind of definition of algorithm. You can find a very large number of definitions of algorithm, but I'm giving you a few examples of algorithm, right? So let us say some. Let us see. Just take an example. Some array of elements are given. I have to search for some element. I have to insert some element. I have to sort my array. And let us take some map is given and 5 locations are given. I have to traverse all of them with least cost. So again, some algorithm will come into picture. So in simple words, and one more story for algorithm. Don't read any textbook. Um, yeah, you can go for core man textbook, but you will not understand it. Second thing, I personally didn't read any textbook of algorithm. Even in fact, I didn't read any textbook of any subject. Fine. So let us see. Yeah, you can refer core man, and you will not if you face some difficulty. Okay, fine. So if you feel some difficulty, then you can ask me, and yeah, that is more than enough. Okay, not understandable. Okay, fine. So I'm going to repeat what is algorithm. Let us take definition of algorithm. Write down. Write down definition of algorithm. A sequence of steps to solve a problem. A sequence of steps to solve a problem. A sequence of steps to solve a problem. That thing is simply known as algorithm. एक steps की sequence होगी जिसे जो किसी problem को solve करेगा. That thing is known as algorithm. A sequence of steps to solve a problem is known as algorithm. Now come to problem. Problem क्या होती है? Okay. Can you give me name of few problems? कुछ एक प्रॉब्लम्स बताना जरा. डोंट से कि इंटरनेट नहीं चल रहा, दैट इज प्रॉब्लम. पावर नहीं आ रही, दैट इज प्रॉब्लम, राइट? ओके फाइन. कोरमैन समझ में नहीं आता, दैट्स आई नो वेरी वेल. कोरमैन समझ में नहीं आता, ऑफ कोर्स उसकी लैंग्वेज थोड़ी टफ है. ओके, सो कैन यू गिव मी नेम ऑफ फ्यू प्रॉब्लम्स? Okay, so traveling salesman, sorting, yeah, two names, few more names, could you give me? Okay, Tower of Hanoi problem, shortest path problem. Okay, 0-1 knapsack problem, fractional knapsack problem, Huffman coding problem, transportation, finding minimum cost in minimum time, right? And finding, let us take single source shortest path problem, etc. etc. बहुत सारी problems है. But if you are going for a very basic thing, then searching and sorting, you can take an example. So that thing is simply known as algorithm. Fine. So that is simply algorithm. And in algorithm subject हमें क्या करना है? Algorithms के साथ ही खेलना है. Fine. We have to design algorithm, we have to understand algorithm, and we have to find out complexity of algorithm. So let us see. First of all, we are going about algorithm. इसमें दो चीजें होती है. One is known as time complexity. And second thing is space complexity. Okay, time complexity and space complexity. So what is time complexity? Okay, so should be saying that computer memory में कुछ भी search करना, delete करना, save करना, of course there are also examples of algorithm. Fine. So let us see time complexity and space complexity. So what is time complexity? कि हमारा प्रोग्राम कितना टाइम लेगा. What is space complexity? कितना स्पेस लेगा. But later we will understand all these terminologies in detail. That thing we want to learn playing with algorithm. Yeah. Okay. So you can write down one statement about time complexity. Write down. It is time taken by algorithm to solve a problem. It is time taken by algorithm to solve the problem. To solve the problem. About space complexity, write down total main memory space taken by algorithm. Total main memory space. Total main memory space taken by algorithm. Taken by algorithm. So कितना space लगेगा, that thing is simply known as space complexity. कितना time लगेगा, that thing is known as time complexity. That's it. Fine. And if you are talking about time complexity, let us see time complexity दो type की हो सकती है. A posteriori and A priori. A posteriori and A priori. So post का मतलब क्या होता है, बाद में, और pre का मतलब क्या होता है, पहले. Right? So let us see. I have some program. Let us take this is some program. मैंने क्या किया, इस प्रोग्राम को रन किया और मैंने इसका टाइम निकाला, तो उसे क्या बोलेंगे, ए पोस्टरी या फिर ए पररी. व्हाट इज दैट थिंग. Assume that I have some program, I wrote 1,000 lines of code, right? And what is next? Of course that is a post-tree, right? What happened? Okay, so you can in दोनों की तारीफ में कुछ words लिख सकते हो. Write down first statement about a post-tree and a per-tree. About a post-tree, write down after execution of program. After execution of program. And what is a per-tree? Before execution of program. Before execution of program. A post-tree analysis क्या होता है, और we can say time complexity क्या होती है. It is before execution of program, it is after execution of program. Before execution of program and after execution of program. Write down second thing about a post-tree. It is exact, it is approximate only. About a post-tree, write down it is exact, it is approximate only. Okay, so you have to write down differences between a post-tree and a per-tree. So पहला difference क्या है, a post-tree बाद में होता है और a per-tree पहले होता है. Sir, a post-tree after execution, of course. A post-tree after execution, a per-tree before execution. Did I say it is before execution? Okay, forget about it. Now come to second point. A post-tree क्या होता है, it is exact, and a per-tree क्या होता है, approximate only. A post-tree it is exact and a post-tree it is approximate only. Approximate only. Approximate only. Now come to third point. Third point में क्या होगा? It is machine dependent. And I hope you know ये क्या होगा फिर. A post-tree क्या होगा? It is machine dependent. And a per-tree human. No, it is not human dependent. It is machine independent. Fine. It is machine independent, not human dependent. But yeah, in some sense you can say, of course, it is machine human dependent. Human ने जैसी एल्गोरिथम लिखी है वैसा ही टाइम लगेगा, might be, but it is a post is machine dependent, but a per is machine independent. A post-tree it is machine independent, machine dependent, and it is machine independent. That's it. ओके इसका मतलब क्या है? ओके डोंट वरी, आई विल एक्सप्लेन ऑल दीज थिंग्स, डोंट वरी, यू विल अंडरस्टैंड ऑल 3 पॉइंट्स वेरी वेरी क्विकली. बट बिफोर दैट आई फॉरगेट टू मेंशन वन थिंग. जो एल्गोरिथम सब्जेक्ट है उसे इफ यू ओपन टेक्स्ट बुक और करिकुलम ऑफ सम कॉलेज यूनिवर्सिटी, तो सब्जेक्ट को या तो बोल देते हैं एडीए, एडा, या फिर डी डबल ए बोल देते हैं, या फिर डी डबल ए भी बोल देते हैं, सॉरी डबल एडी. That's it. So it is analysis and design of algorithm. It is design and analysis of algorithm. It is algorithm analysis and design. So somehow इन तीनों words का मतलब क्या है? एक word का मतलब होगा algorithm, दूसरा होगा analysis और तीसरा होगा design. That's it. Right? So what does it mean कि हमें क्या करना है? एल्गोरिथम को डिजाइन करना और उसका एनालिसिस करना. That's it. Fine. So simply let us see. I'm just going to pick the problem of searching. Problem of searching. So searching problem में क्या है? Let us assume that there is some person, उसका नाम है P, उसने कोई एल्गोरिथम A1 डिजाइन किया, राइट? फिर कोई दूसरा पर्सन आया, let us take its name is Q, और पर्सन Q ने क्या किया? दूसरा एल्गोरिथम डिजाइन किया A2. Now we have to analyze these two algorithms and we have to find the best among both. Fine. So this is simply analysis of our algorithm. कि algorithm को कैसे analyze करेंगे and how do we conclude that which algorithm is better. That's it. Fine. Okay. Now come to means what is a posteriori and a priori. Now write down one statement about a priori. Write down. or you can say it is a priori analysis. It is a posteriori analysis. So write down one statement about a priori analysis. Write down. It is simply count number of statements. It simply count number of statements. It simply count number of statements. A priori में क्या होगा? It simply count number of statements. Fine. So let us take, I have some algorithm. Let us take A1. This is the algorithm. और A priori analysis क्या करेगा? It will count statements. It will count statements. So statements count करने का मतलब क्या है? I think अगर हमारे पास प्रोग्राम होगा तो उसमें recursion भी होगी. And maybe there is one function that is calling two function, कोई for loop भी होगा, etc. बहुत कुछ हो सकता है. Maybe हमारा जो प्रोग्राम है that have only 10 lines of code, but actual में जब execute होगा तो हो सकता है it have 1 billion instructions. Might be because of loop, might be because of that thing recursion, कुछ भी हो सकता है. Fine. So don't think that it is going to count. Let us take LOC. I hope you know line of code. You hear this term in software engineering, right? So line of code is different thing and number of statement they are going to be executed, that is different thing. So a priori analysis क्या करेगा? Number of statement count करेगा. Fine. So let us take a simple thing. If I am writing a for loop for I is equal to 1 and I is less than or equal to 10 power 6 and I plus plus, and here I am writing A is equal to A plus B. That's it. And there might be one more instruction and so on. Now come to this program segment. इसमें total number of lines कितने हैं? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It have total 6 lines, right? So I can say it is 6 line of code. That's it. But अगर इस प्रोग्राम को मैं execute करूंगा तो कितनी statements execute होंगी? I think 1, 2. Okay, forget about this one. So this statement and these two statements, they are part of my loop. तो loop जितनी बार चलेगा ये पांचों statement भी उतनी ही बार चलेगी, right? So it will count number of statement. Let us take this loop is going to execute 1 million time. So ये पांचों statement भी 1 million time execute होगी. So this thing is known as a priori analysis. हमने प्रोग्राम को रन नहीं किया, हमने simply number of statements को count कर लिया. That's it. और ए पोस्टरी एनालिसिस क्या करेगा? इस प्रोग्राम को एग्जीक्यूट करेगा. आफ्टर एग्जीक्यूशन इट विल काउंट द टाइम. लेट अस सी, जैसे प्रोग्राम का एग्जीक्यूशन स्टार्ट हुआ वो क्या करेगा? एक टाइमर स्टार्ट कर देगा. और जैसे प्रोग्राम का एग्जीक्यूशन खत्म हुआ ही विल स्टॉप द टाइमर और चेक करेगा कि टोटल कितना टाइम लगा. नाउ लेट अस सी. सो डज दिस थिंग डिपेंड्स ऑन मशीन. लेट अस सी, इस प्रोग्राम को मैंने किसी मशीन M1 पे रन किया, फिर इसको किसी दूसरी मशीन M2 पे रन करवाता. व्हाट डू यू थिंक? आंसर विल बी सेम डेफिनेटली और इट माइट बी डिफरेंट आल्सो. It will be same. Okay, let me to repeat my question. It is just small program segment. इस प्रोग्राम को मेन प्रोग्राम के अंदर लिख सकते हैं. फाइन. और मैंने इस प्रोग्राम को रन किया किसी मशीन M1 पे. फाइन. कंपाइलेशन प्लस रनिंग, राइट? कंपाइलेशन एंड रनिंग दोनों बोथ थिंग. फिर इसी प्रोग्राम को किसी दूसरी मशीन M2 पे चलाया. सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक? It will take exactly same time or it may take different amount of time. It will take different time. Sorry, it may take different time. Why different time? हो सकता है दोनों मशीन डिफरेंट हो. पहले मैंने जिस मशीन पे चलाया वो लेटेस्ट टेक Pentium P4 मशीन, आजकल मिलती नहीं मार्केट में, राइट? और जो अभी मींस दूसरी जो मशीन है दैट माइट बी i9 प्रोसेसर 9th जनरेशन. आई थिंक दिस इज द लेटेस्ट प्रोसेसर इन द मार्केट. फाइन. सो आई थिंक इस प्रोसेसर की स्पीड इसके मुकाबले कई गुना होती है. यहाँ पे स्पीड कुछ मेगाहर्ट्ज होती है बट इट इज अप्रोक्सीमेटली अचीव्ड 5 गीगाहर्ट्ज. सो ऑब्वियसली इट विल टेक लेसर अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम. फाइन. Okay, so Sakshi saying that may take different depends on speed of processor. Of course, it depends on speed of processor. Fine. और ए पररी में क्या किया था? हमने प्रोग्राम को रन नहीं किया, हमने क्या किया? नंबर ऑफ स्टेटमेंट्स एग्जीक्यूट मींस नंबर ऑफ स्टेटमेंट काउंट करिए, दैट्स इट. सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक? क्या ये प्रोसेसर पे डिपेंड करेगा? नेवर. व्हाई? बिकॉज वी आर नॉट रनिंग द प्रोग्राम. बट ए पोस्टरी एनालिसिस श्योरली डिपेंड्स ऑन प्रोसेसर. Fine. And second thing, I hope you got it give exact answer. It give means approximate answer. It differs from machine to machine. Means it is machine dependent. It is not machine dependent. So all 3 points are clear to everyone, or somebody have some doubt? Okay, I am repeating the difference is ये क्या होगा? It give exact answer क्योंकि हमने count किया. और ये क्या? Approximate answer. Fine. It is just an approximate answer, right? फाइन. एंड सेकंड थिंग क्या है? इट इज मशीन डिपेंडेंट क्योंकि हम टोटल. ओके, नाउ लिसन वन थिंग. ए पोस्टरी एनालिसिस क्या कहता है? एक प्रोग्राम को एग्जीक्यूट करो और उसका टोटल टाइम काउंट करो. आई होप यू नो, सम पीपल नो, सी लैंग्वेज में हमारे पास फंक्शंस होते हैं जो टोटल टाइम को काउंट कर सकते हैं. मींस एक टाइमर स्टार्ट होगा और जैसे ही प्रोग्राम का एग्जीक्यूशन खत्म होगा टाइमर स्टॉप हो जाएगा. Fine. So what happens here? It give exact answer. It give asymptotic answer only. Third thing, it is machine dependent only. It is not machine dependent. That's it. Okay. So now is it clear to everyone, or somebody has some doubt over it? Okay, clear. Okay, fine. Okay. So now let us. I'm just going to do something. And you will understand this term time complexity. So जो एल्गोरिथम सब्जेक्ट है उसमें हम जो एनालिसिस करेंगे दैट इज ए पररी एनालिसिस. इट इज नॉट ए पोस्टरी एनालिसिस. इफ वी हैव टू डिपेंड्स ऑन ए पोस्टरी एनालिसिस तो एल्गोरिथम सब्जेक्ट यहीं पे खत्म होता है. यू हैव सम प्रोग्राम, उसके टाइम को कंप्यूट करो एंड दैट्स इट. यू कैन गिव द रिजल्ट. नथिंग इज देयर. बट ए पररी एनालिसिस there is some algorithm को कहीं पे रन नहीं किया but still you are analyzing, right? So definitely we have two algorithm A1 and A2. दोनों एल्गोरिथम का कोई इंप्लीमेंटेशन नहीं बट फिर भी हम इन दोनों एल्गोरिथम को कंपेयर कर सकते हैं, एनालाइज कर सकते हैं. which is better we can find out, right? So that is nothing but a priori analysis. But if somebody think that we will go for a posteriori analysis, that is exact one, then why we are studying all these things? Simply दोनों को रन करो, means दोनों एल्गोरिथम को implement करो और you can compute its time. Okay, so whatever we will follow, that is a priori analysis only. Okay, so I'm starting with some C code segments and you have to find out time complexity. That is nothing but number of statements जो execute होंगे. Fine, and I will use some big O notation. For the time being, I will just ask you to remember there is something big O, but shortly we will discuss about big O also, don't worry. So let us take, this is the main function, and inside this main function I am declaring integer a is equal to 10 and integer b is equal to 20 and integer c is equal to 30. Sorry, c is equal to a plus b, and thereafter I am writing printf. Don't forget about the syntax. I am just going to print c. Sorry, this is the thing. That's it. So this is the program. We have to find its time complexity, right? हमें इस प्रोग्राम की टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी फाइंड आउट करनी है. दैट इज नथिंग बट ए पररी एनालिसिस. अगर ए पोस्टरी एनालिसिस होगा तो इसे हम रन करवाएंगे सीपीयू पे एंड वी विल चेक हाउ मच टाइम इट इज गोइंग टू टेक. बट वी आर नॉट गोइंग फॉर ए पोस्टरी एनालिसिस, वी आर गोइंग फॉर ए पररी एनालिसिस. सो व्हाट हैपेंस हियर? Let us see, it is just int a, it is one statement, right? It is also one statement, it is also one statement, it is also one statement. So total number of statements are 4 only. 4 is a constant or it depends on something else? It is constant. So इस प्रोग्राम में नंबर ऑफ स्टेटमेंट्स कितनी है? कांस्टेंट. और जब भी कांस्टेंट होगी तो इसकी टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी हो जाएगी दैट इज बिग ओ और ब्रैकेट में 1 लिख देना. इसे बोलते हैं कांस्टेंट. और इसे ऐसे पढ़ेंगे ऑर्डर ऑफ 1. सो लेटर वी विल कवर व्हाट इज मीनिंग ऑफ दिस बिग ओ व्हाइल डिस्कसिंग एसिम्प्टोटिक नोटेशन. फॉर द टाइम बीइंग मेरा कहना मान लेना, व्हाटएवर आई एम सेइंग दैट इज राइट. बाद में इसके पीछे जो कुछ भी स्टोरी है वो सब बता दूंगा, राइट? So 4 is constant, तो constant को कैसे लिखेंगे? Order of 1. Order of 1 doesn't mean कि प्रोग्राम में एक स्टेटमेंट है. Order of 1 means program have constant number of statements. That's it. Right? So this is the time complexity of this program. Okay. So anybody have doubt? Number of statement in तो constant ही होंगी. It is not necessary. Don't worry. अगर ऐसा होता तो मैं शुरू में ही बोल देता कि हर प्रोग्राम में नंबर ऑफ स्टेटमेंट कांस्टेंट ही होंगी. सो दैट्स व्हाई टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी इज कांस्टेंट ऑलवेज. फाइन, डोंट वरी, नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल इज कमिंग. ओके, सो एवरीबॉडी इज कंफर्टेबल? कंफर्टेबल मींस आई एम नॉट आस्किंग यू मींस गर्मी वर्मी नहीं है, मींस यू आर अंडरस्टैंडिंग एवरीथिंग. फाइन. Okay, so now come to next thing. Is it copied? Okay, great. So let us come to next thing. Let us take main, or you can write down void main, doesn't matter, because we are not going to follow exact syntax. And let us take one for loop. For int I is equal to 1 and I is less than or equal to, let us take n and I plus plus, and here I am writing let us take a is equal to a plus 10. That's it. And let us declare integer variable a is equal to 0 initially. Now some people may think what this program is doing and why we are following this nonsense program. So don't bother about all these things. Simply we have to find out time complexity, right? So don't bother about कि program क्या कर रहा है और this program is not doing anything. Our main objective is to find out time complexity. Okay. So what is time complexity of this program? Think about it for 2 minutes, then I will explain. Okay, so Mukesh is saying n plus 2. So you are writing ON. So यहाँ पे जो मैंने पहले जो O लिखा था वो कैपिटल O था. So either write capital O or small o. Okay, so let us see what will be the time complexity I think this is one statement. During execution ये statement एक ही बार execute होगी. And if I'm talking about this statement, ये भी एक ही बार execute होगी. And what about this statement? It is going to execute n plus 1 times. Why n plus 1 times? क्योंकि जिस बार false condition होगी उस बार भी ये चलेगा. Right? So ये loop 1 से लेके n तक चलता है. So जब I की value n plus 1 हो जाएगी तब भी ये condition check होगी. So this statement is going to execute n plus 1 times, and this increment is going to execute n times, and this statement will also execute n times. So total number of statements कितने हुई? n plus n plus n, 3n plus 3. So it became 3n plus 3. And now listen one thing. So this is n, highest order की term क्या है? n, right? And n is a variable, it is not fixed at all. और इसकी power कितनी है? 1. अगर इसमें n की power 1 से greater than होती तो उसको उठा लेते, right? And simply we can write down order of n. Fine. And what we have to do rest of things? So plus 3 it is a constant, you can discard, और multiplication में जो constant है you can discard that part also, and you are getting order of n. Oh, video stuck? Okay, I'm going to repeat. So total number of statements are n plus n plus n, 3n plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3. So it become 3n plus 3. So जितने constant terms addition में उन सबको discard कर दो, multiplication में जितनी constant terms है सबको discard कर दो, division में जितनी constant term है सबको discard कर दो. अगर power में constant है तो उसे discard मत कर देना. Fine. So its time complexity become order of n. That's it. Anybody have doubt in this question? Okay, great. So I think it was easy problem, not so much complicated. Fine. So we can say इस program की time complexity क्या? Order of n. Now listen one thing. इस time complexity का मतलब क्या होगा? क्या ये n time लेगा? Or what can we predict about n? Now listen one thing. We can say that इस program में approximately उतनी ही statement है जितनी n की value होगी. Now let us say n कुछ भी हो सकता है. n might be 2 power 10, it might be 2 power 20, it might be 2 power 50, it might be 2 power 100, कुछ भी हो सकता है. So हम क्या बोलेंगे? Approximately इस program में उतनी ही statements execute होंगी जो n की value होगी. Got it? And in majority of cases n क्या होगा? What is n? In most of the cases. Constant? No. अगर n constant हुआ तो फिर तो प्रोग्राम की टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी कांस्टेंट हो गई. Okay, so I am repeating. What is this n? If you think that n is constant, then time complexity of this program become constant. Sakshi is saying that infinite. No, infinite कभी नहीं हो सकता. And how do you represent infinite in computer? You cannot represent infinite in the computer. Variable, yeah. So in majority of cases n क्या होता है? It is input size. It indicates size of my input. Let us say I'm solving some problem using array. So number of input values, yeah, fine. So it might be size of my input array, size of my linked list, it might be size of graph or something else. कुछ भी हो सकता है, but it indicates input size. Okay, now come to next problem. And this time I'm not writing that fancy code like void main etc etc. Directly I will write logic only, and you have to find its time complexity. So let us take for I is equal to 1 and I is less than equal to n and I plus plus, and one nested loop for j is equal to 1 and let us take j is less than equal to n and j plus plus, and let us take a is equal to a plus 10 and b is equal to b plus a. That's it. So find out time complexity of this program. Okay, are you still facing audio problem? Yeah, it's fine. So what? It will not cut, bro. Okay, so let us take this small code segment, not so much difficult problem. And if you solved it, then don't think that you are so smart. So find out time complexity of this program. Okay, n square. Yeah, right. So what happens? I am not going to explain this problem. So its time complexity is order of n square. Fine. Why it is order of n square? Because this loop is going to execute n times, and for one time execution of for one iteration of outer loop, it is going to execute n times. So for n iteration, it will become n into n. That is nothing but n square. Right. So I am not going to explain. And anybody have doubt in this question? I think everybody got this question, so I am not going to explain it. Okay, fine. Now let us write down next problem. J is less than or equal to I. Now find out time complexity of this program. J is less than or equal to I. Find out time complexity of this program. I made change here. Nina is saying that order of n. Okay, order of n for after updation or for original? Okay, okay, fine. So Kalyan is asking अगर ये inner loop नहीं होता तो क्या था? Order of n? अगर inner loop नहीं होता तो उस टाइप की प्रॉब्लम हम सॉल्व कर चुके हैं. Okay, I am giving you options also. Let us take option A, n, option B, n square, option C, let us take something n log n. Option D may be your favorite, none of these. n into I, you cannot write n into I. I is just a loop variable. I की वैल्यू सबसे पहली इटरेशन में 1 होगी, दूसरी इटरेशन में 2 होगी, तीसरी इटरेशन में 3 होगी. So you cannot write n into I. Okay, so A, fine. Question is saying that order of n square. Order of n square. Okay, so majority of answers are order of n and two answers are order of n square. So let us see what might be the time complexity. So हमारे पास दो loop variable है I and j and this is outer loop, this is inner loop. So सबसे पहले iteration में I की value क्या होगी 1. So inner loop कितनी बार चलेगा? एक ही बार चलेगा. Second iteration में I की value क्या होगी 2. तो inner loop कितनी बार चलेगा? 2 बार. Third iteration में I की value क्या होगी 3. So inner loop कितनी बार चलेगा? 3 बार. थर्ड इटरेशन में I की वैल्यू हो जाएगी 4, सो इनर लूप चलेगा 4 टाइम्स. नेक्स्ट इटरेशन I की वैल्यू हो जाएगी 5 और इनर लूप चलेगा 5 बार. सो आई थिंक यू गॉट दिस थिंग एंड सो ऑन. लास्ट इटरेशन I की वैल्यू हो जाएगी n, तो इनर लूप चलेगा n टाइम्स. दैट्स इट. फाइन. सो व्हाट हैपेंस, आई कैन से कि इनर लूप कितनी बार चला? एक बार प्लस 2 बार प्लस 3 बार प्लस 4 बार एंड सो ऑन. So you have to add up all of them. So it is 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 and so on till plus 1. So I hope you know very well. It is nothing but addition of AP series only. इन सबका अगर addition करेंगे तो क्या बन जाएगा? n into n plus 1 divide by 2. So इसे लिख सकते हैं n square plus n divided by 2. So what you have to do, you can determine, you can discard constant terms. Second thing, you can discard lower powers, so remaining thing is nothing but n square, so the answer will become order of n square. So time complexity, simply you can write an order of n square, that's it. Yes. Okay, so anybody have doubt in this question? ऑफ कोर्स ऊपर वाला लूप n टाइम्स चलेगा और इनर लूप क्या होगा, इसके लिए कुछ फिक्स नहीं है. इट डिपेंड्स ऑन व्हाट इज वैल्यू ऑफ I एंड अकॉर्डिंगली दिस लूप विल एग्जीक्यूट. Okay, anybody have doubt in this question? Okay, so I'm not getting your doubt, Prerna, and okay, I'm repeating. So let us see what happens. I hope you know this condition. This is termination condition for the loop. And what is this condition? J is less than or equal to I. So let us say अगर I की वैल्यू 1 है तो ये लूप एक ही बार चलेगा, क्योंकि J 1 से चलेगा और 1 तक ही जाएगा. और जब I की वैल्यू 2 होगी तो ये लूप दो ही बार चलेगा. Why? कि J की वैल्यू 1 होगी और J की वैल्यू 2 होगी, 2 टाइम्स. जब I की वैल्यू 3 होगी तो ये लूप 3 टाइम्स चलेगा. जब I की वैल्यू 4 होगी तो लूप 4 टाइम्स चलेगा. जब I की वैल्यू 5 है तो लूप 5 टाइम्स चलेगा. सो बेसिकली टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी का मतलब क्या होता है? नंबर ऑफ स्टेटमेंट्स कितनी एग्जीक्यूट हो रही है, दैट्स इट. तो कितनी स्टेटमेंट्स एग्जीक्यूट हो रही है? 1 प्लस 2 प्लस 3 प्लस 4 प्लस 5 एंड सो ऑन टिल प्लस n. इन सबको जोड़ेंगे तो क्या आएगा? n इंटू n प्लस 1 डिवाइड बाई 2. So it can return as n square plus n by 2. So you have to determine, means discard lower terms and constant multiplier, constant divider. So remaining thing is nothing but n square. So time complexity will become order of n square. That's it. Okay. So I think everybody is comfortable with this question. Now move on to next one. Let us take write down next question. So next question is nothing but J is less than or equal to I square. J is less than or equal to I square. Now find out time complexity of this program. Okay, Nina is saying that what do you mean by before updation? So I just changed the definition of I changed the termination condition, right? So J should lesser than or equal to I square. Fine. Now find out time complexity. वो दोनों लूप तो इंडिपेंडेंट थे. अगर वो दोनों लूप इंडिपेंडेंट थे तो ये दोनों लूप भी इंडिपेंडेंट है. Okay, so two people give n cube. Yeah, might be right answer. 2 power n. Okay. Okay, so I think I got a lot of n cube answers. So let us see, I'm going to explain these questions. So again, same story. Uh, let us take I की वैल्यू होगी पहली इटरेशन में 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6 and so on. और लास्ट इटरेशन में क्या होगी n. सो इनर लूप कितनी बार चलेगा? जब i 1 होगा तो इनर लूप 1 स्क्वायर टाइम चलेगा, जब i 2 होगा तो 2 स्क्वायर टाइम चलेगा, जब 3 होगा तब 3 स्क्वायर टाइम चलेगा, जब 4 होगा तो 4 स्क्वायर टाइम, 5 होगा तो 5 स्क्वायर टाइम, 6 होगा तो 6 स्क्वायर टाइम एंड सो ऑन. जब n होगा तो n स्क्वायर टाइम्स चलेगा. सो इनर लूप चल कितनी बार रहा है? 1 स्क्वायर प्लस 2 स्क्वायर प्लस 3 स्क्वायर प्लस 4 स्क्वायर प्लस 5 स्क्वायर एंड सो ऑन टिल n स्क्वायर. राइट. सो आई थिंक इसे ऐड करने का फॉर्मूला होता है n इंटू n प्लस 1 इंटू 2n प्लस 1 डिवाइड बाय 6. राइट. और अगर इसे सॉल्व करोगे तो क्या मिलेगा? आई थिंक यू गॉट n square plus n into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. Further if you solve it, I think it is visible to everyone. Okay. I'm writing on the top of board. So further you can simplify it. It will become twice of n cube plus n square plus 2n square plus n divided by 6. कांस्टेंट डिवाइडर डिस्कार्ड कर दो, स्मॉलर टर्म्स को डिस्कार्ड कर दो, कांस्टेंट मल्टीप्लायर को भी डिस्कार्ड कर दो. सो इट बिकेम ऑर्डर ऑफ n क्यूब. दैट्स इट. सो दिस इज द टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी ऑफ गिवन प्रोग्राम. एनीबॉडी हैव डाउट इन दिस क्वेश्चन? Okay, no doubt. Fine. Okay, so I'm going to take a next example. So again, some program is given and you have to find its time complexity. So let us take 4 I is equal to 1, I is less than equal to n, and I is equal to I plus 2, and take here A is equal to A plus 10. So what is time complexity of this program? Okay, so again time complexity of this program will be order of n only. Right? Why it is order of n? because this time my increment happens just by 2 only. So loop कितनी बार चलेगा, n by 2 times चलेगा. n by 2 is nothing but constant, divider को discard कर देंगे and finally time complexity will become order of n. So Kalyani saying that आपको ऐसे भी तो बोल सकते हैं कि first loop n times, second loop n square times, then multiply. I'm right? Yeah, wrong, sir. Okay, so in last problem, in last question, Kalyani is asking this thing. Your first loop is going to execute n times. Rather than saying first loop, you should use term here outer loop. It is executing n time, and instead of second loop, you should write inner loop. It is executing n square time. So then after multiplication, it will become n cube. So of course you can write this thing, but sometime. You may face problem because sometimes question is not simple like that one. So in that case you may feel problem. For this question that is right, no problem. Okay, so fine. So time complexity of this program is order of n only. I think it is simple problem. I'm not going to explain it. Write down next problem. For I is equal to 1, I is less than equal to n, and I is equal to I square, and A is equal to A plus 10. और ये statement कुछ भी हो सकती है. We are not interested in finding what are the statements in the for loop. We are only interested in finding number of iterations in the for loop. So in next questions this statement may omit also. Fine. So find out time complexity. Okay. So Nina is asking n by 2 कैसे लिखा. So let us see वो loop कितनी बार चलेगा. हर बार increment 2 से होता है ना. So कितनी बार लूप चलेगा. जब I की वैल्यू पहले इटरेशन में 1 होगी, then 3, then 5, then 7, then 9, right? So इंक्रीमेंट कितने से हो रहा है, 2 से हो रहा है. So लूप कितनी बार चलेगा, n by 2 times. You can take a simple example. Let us take n is equal to 10. तो लूप approximately 5 times चलेगा. You can take n is equal to 20, so it will go 11, then 13, then 15, then 17, then 19. That's it. So it is half of n. 20 लिया था ना, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 on. That's it. Got it? So for this time answer you got log n. Find log n. I is equal to I square. Of course, I is equal to, okay. Sorry, I made a mistake. I is equal to I plus I square. Yeah, right. So I is equal to, just a minute. Oh, okay, that's fine. Sorry, that is not issue. So what is issue? Issue is this one. So simply put here 2. I is equal to 2. And don't worry, whatever answer you gave, that is wrong only. Why that is wrong? Because if I is equal to 1, then it remains 1 forever. So this loop will execute for infinite number of times. So let us take I is equal to 2. Fine? अंडर रूट n एंड log n, इन दोनों में से कौन सी टर्म ज्यादा बड़ी है? What do you think? Okay, forget about this thing. Just pay attention on this question. Okay, yeah, root n is bigger than log n. Root n. Okay, so let us come to let us solve this question and so first iteration में I की वैल्यू क्या होगी? Let us take I is equal to nothing but that is 2 in first iteration. In second iteration I will become I square, that is nothing but 2 square. That's it. And in third iteration again I have to take its square, so it will become 2 square than its whole square. Fine. And in next iteration again it will become whole square, so it will become 2 square than its square. Fine. And in next iteration it will become 2 power 2 power 2 power 2, something like that. So what happens? Very first term is nothing but 2 only, second term is nothing but 4, next term is nothing but 4 square. 4 square कितना होता है? That is nothing but 16. अगली term क्या होगी बताना जरा. $256. So it will become 256, right? And very first term, okay, just a minute, let me to think about it. Very first term is nothing but 2 and second term is nothing but 4, the next term is nothing but 16, so 16 can written as that thing, and 2 power 56 is nothing but it become 2 power 8 only, and this is nothing but 2 power 4, this term is nothing but 2 power 2. So are you able to make some relationship among them? So very first term is nothing but 2 power 0, then 2 power 1, then 2 power 4, then 2 power 8. So what do you think, what should be the next term? Okay, so next term question got it is 65536, that is nothing but 2 power 16. अगली term क्या आएगी? 2 power 16, right? And so on. ऐसे ही चलता रहेगा. So are you able to find some relationship between them? क्या कोई सीरीज बन रही है so that we can add them? Iterative log. Okay, so let us see. Very first term can written as 2 power 0, and next term can written as 2 power 1. Next term is nothing but 2 power 4, that can written as 2 power then 2 power 2. Next term is 2 power 2. Take 2 power then 2 power then 2. Next term is nothing but 2 power 8, that can written as 2 power then 2 power 8, 2 power 3, because 2 power 3 is 8. Next term is nothing but 2 power 16, that can written as 2 power then 2 power 4. So it is nothing but 2 power then 2 power then power 0, 2 power 2 then power 1, 2 power 2 then power 2, 2 power 2 then power 3, 2 power 2 then power 4, and so on. Fine. So what happens, एक time point आएगा, it will become 2 power then 2 power, and let us take it as nothing but k, and assume that this term become greater than n. Fine. So if it is greater than n, तब हमारा क्या होता है? Loop terminate हो जाता है. Let us assume 2 power k is greater than n, तो loop terminate हो जाएगा. Loop terminate हो जाएगा. That's it. Fine. So what do you think? What is time complexity? Okay. Fine. So what do you think? What is time complexity of 10? Everything is fine now. Yeah, you can do if you think. N into log n, n into log n. Yes. Okay. Um, okay. So what is time complexity of this program? Simple सी बात है. ये पहली इटरेशन है, दूसरी इटरेशन, तीसरी इटरेशन, चौथी इटरेशन, पांचवी इटरेशन एंड इट इज द लास्ट इटरेशन. सो प्रोग्राम की टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी क्या होगी कि लूप कितनी बार चलेगा, और लूप कितनी बार चलेगा यहाँ पे, क्या कोई बता सकता है यहाँ पे लूप कितनी बार चलेगा? लूप कितनी बार चलेगा? n-1 times. Okay. सिंपल आंसर है, लूप k टाइम्स चलेगा, बिकॉज जो 2 की पावर 2 पावर 2 और उसकी जो पावर है वो लीनियरली इंक्रीज हो रही है. नाउ पे अटेंशन ऑन इट. इट इज फर्स्ट इटरेशन, सेकंड इटरेशन, थर्ड इटरेशन, फोर्थ इटरेशन, फिफ्थ इटरेशन एंड इट इज द लास्ट इटरेशन. सो इनमें क्या इंक्रीज हो रहा है? लेट अस टेक 2 पावर 2 देन पावर 0. यहाँ पे पावर 0 है, फिर पावर 1 हुई, फिर पावर 2, फिर पावर 3, फिर पावर 4 एंड सो ऑन. एक टाइम पॉइंट पे आके पावर क्या हो चुकी है? k. इज दैट क्लियर? एक टाइम पॉइंट पे आके पावर क्या हो चुकी है? k. तो ये k की वैल्यू क्या है? लेट अस टेक दैट थिंग इज इंक्रीजिंग लीनियरली. तो प्रोग्राम का लूप कितनी बार चलेगा? k टाइम्स चलेगा. दैट्स इट. सो सिंपल. सो एवरीबॉडी अंडरस्टूड दिस पॉइंट? Let me to repeat this thing. I think okay, I'm going to repeat overall things. First iteration में क्या होगा? 2, then 2 square, then 2 power 2 power 2, then 2 power 2 power 2 and so on. So what is happening? These terms are 2, then 4, then 16, then 256, then next will be 6, 5, 5, 3, 6. So it can return as 2 is nothing but 2 power 2, then power 0, then 4 is nothing but 2 power 2, then power 1, then 16 is nothing but 2 power 2, then power, okay, yeah, 2 power 2, then power 2, then next thing is nothing but 2 power 2 power 3 and so on. So यहाँ पे क्या है? Let us assume that 2 power 2 है ना, इसे just x मान लो. Let us assume this thing is x. So यहाँ पे क्या है? x power 0, x power 1, x power 2, x power 3, x power 4 and so on. किसी टाइम पॉइंट पे आके x power k होगा and x power k क्या? That is greater than n. जब x power k it is value of I, if it is greater than n then loop terminate हो जाएगा. That's it. So program की time complexity क्या होगी? That is number of repetition. कितनी बार चल रहा है loop? K times. That is my time complexity. That's it. Fine. Now what is next thing? We have to find out value of k. K की value find out करनी है. क्या find out कर सकते हैं? What is value of k? So k is nothing but k is equal to 2 power k. It is greater than n. So just for simplicity purpose इसे solve करने के लिए मैं equal to put कर लेता हूँ. Right? If you put greater than, then also it will not make any difference at all. Then simply just put n. Then can you solve it? Try करना जरा. What time complexity you are getting here? What is value of k? Find out करना जरा. Log of n by 2, log of n. Is it your favorite function, log of n? 2 power 2 power n. So it's order of log n. So कोई तो log of log n दे दो ताकि मुझे शांति मिल जाए. Yeah, that's right thing. Log of n. So let us see, we can write like this one. So it is 2 power 2 power k. So we can, I think, we can write log of 2 power k that is equal to n और इसका बेस रखेंगे 2, so this is equal to log of n. I hope you know the property of log, so you can write down 2 power k is equal to log of n. Again you have to find out value of k, then again take log of 2 power k, base is 2, that is nothing but log of n. So base is nothing but 2 only. So I think you know the property of log, so k is equal to log of n. That's it. Fine. So program की टाइम कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी क्या हो जाएगी? It will become order of log n.